Puzzles, games,
Morning, everybody.
If you're looking for some unique style items when it comes to the president, for more, you can check out PatriotDepot.com. Call 844-377-8052. That's 844-377-8052. Or PatriotDepot.com. Use promo code USA.
A New Jersey bill would turn the Roe v. Wade abortion ruling into state law. Governor Phil Murphy announcing Friday that
everything's good?
Yeah.
Alright, then it's just the speaker here. It's just the speaker in the studio.
The Supreme Court ruling in New Jersey.
Give him a text back.
A woman's right to reproductive freedom, according to Murphy, and would remove barriers preventing women from being able to get abortions. The legislation would take effect should the Supreme Court ever overturn Roe v. Wade. Police are looking for a former Major League pitcher who's suspected of killing his ex-girlfriend in metropolitan Phoenix on Friday. Scottsdale police say a roommate heard gunshots in the victim's bedroom and saw the woman's ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old Charles Hager, leave the room with a gun. Hager, a Michigan native, spent 5 seasons in the majors with the Chicago White Sox, San Diego Padres, and LA Dodgers. His car was found unoccupied near Flagstaff, about 140 miles north of Phoenix. The baseball world continues to mourn the death of a pitching legend.
He starts to wind up. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike call! A new hitter for Gibson!
Bob Gibson was 84 when he died Friday of pancreatic cancer. The St. Louis Cardinals great was a 2-time Cy Young Award winner and 1968 MVP. And for USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do
back.
not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content
Don't know what
on
happened
all
there, but it's back.
programs are
Send
those
him
of
a
the
text
host
and let me know
and
so
their
you don't have
guests.
to worry about calling you back.
I'm getting ready to go on the air. I can't. I'm getting ready to go on the air.
Come on, Joey. Why so slow? Come on.
Alright, hold on. Calm down, please.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro News, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Good morning. Welcome to Middleboro in Review for the 4th of October. We are into the month of October here at WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM here on Middleboro in Review. It's a nice, brisk, cold morning today. Don, did you know it was 35 degrees this morning?
Really?
Yeah, it's right now currently 36 with a high of 69 degrees today.
Uh-oh, Chungo. Uh-oh.
66 for the high tomorrow.
Wow. Yeah, it's really been dewy in the morning. Takes a while for all the windshields are soaking wet. Everyone's got to wipe their mirrors off now, so people need a little extra time just rolling out in the morning and make sure your windshield and all your windows and doors and your mirrors are cleared out before you head out there.
Just be careful out there today.
It's just a different tempo now because usually during the summer you can start your car up and wait a couple minutes and start rolling, but now you got to make sure everything's so wet now with these mornings there.
37 degrees in Taunton, Massachusetts. In Driscoll, Texas, the weather is currently 61 degrees right now. And the weather currently in Driscoll, North Dakota is 38 degrees. And the high is 67 for today in Driscoll, North Dakota, and 90 today in Driscoll, Texas. So it's a nice day in Driscoll, Texas today. 90 degrees.
A little hot.
Little hot, but definitely not 105.
That's surprising. Driscoll, North Dakota was warmer than we were. It is warmer than us, right?
By about a degree or two, yeah.
Wow.
Which is cool.
Yeah, but, be reading that in about a month from now in November, and they gotta be like in the 20s. You guarantee that.
Colder than that.
Oh, they gotta be. When they go
Single
south,
digits.
When their temperature goes south, it really goes south, man.
Yes, it's very cold in North Dakota.
Yeah, but not right now. But this must be because of the ocean breeze. I don't know. It's nothing breezing. I don't know. It's chilly. I didn't think it was that chilly. I was surprised it was 30. It's 36 degrees. Are you sure that's right?
Yeah.
It seemed like
It's 36.
Really?
It doesn't seem like it's 36. No, but it is.
Right now it's 36.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't seem like it is. It's nice.
It is nice.
It's really nice outside.
It's brisk. It's a little chilly, but those numbers are a drag.
So, what we have in store for today's program, we're going to talk about the Tourism Committee. They recently helped out the Sacred Heart Food Pantry. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the MBTA Green Line extension as well. We mentioned that a couple of weeks back. There was some work going on a couple of weeks back that we mentioned. We're going to mention a little bit more about the MBTA Green Line. We have some other stuff too. Halloween is coming up. We'll talk about an event coming up that is already underway for the month of October. We'll talk about our sports. We have a couple of sports going on. The Patriots and Chiefs game has been postponed to either Monday or Tuesday due to someone on the Patriots testing positive for COVID-19. And some other players as well. I believe there was a player on the Chiefs who tested positive as well. But we will talk about that as well. Talk a little bit about the MLB and their playoffs that are underway right now. So we have a lot to talk about today here on WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM, Middleboro in review. Now let's talk about a little bit about the hazardous waste collections. We've been talking about this for several weeks now, and slowly gathering some information for everyone for particular dates. The next big one that's coming up when it comes to the hazardous waste collections is October the 24th in Plymouth, October 31st in Weymouth, and December the 5th in Duxbury in Kingston. So, you got 3 left. 3 done. 3 are left. The latex, if you had missed it, the latex paint was accepted at the Hanover collection, which took place last week, or actually yesterday. It took place. They accepted the latex paint. If anyone had any latex paint, that's where they accepted it. So, as the weeks go on, we'll talk a little bit more about it. We have 3 more to go here for the next couple of months. So, the Green Line, we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back from commercial. We're going to take a commercial break a few minutes early today. I'm going to try a little bit something different with the commercials. 15 and 45 today. So, we'll take a commercial a few minutes early. And we'll be right back here on Middleboro Review, 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. And like I said, we're going to talk about the Green Line, the MBTA Green Line. When we return, the extension. There's some interesting information about that. You can listen to the show by tuning in on TuneIn. And that is WVBF 1530 AM on TuneIn. You can search up using that. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Middleboro in Review, all lowercase. On Facebook, Middleboro in Review, all lowercase, as well. That is the easiest way to get the Facebook page as well. So you can listen to us several different ways. We also have the Audio Now number, 605-562-7958. So we have plenty of ways to listen to Middleboro Review and other shows here on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. So we will be right back here on Middleboro in Review for the October 4th, 2020 edition. All right. Since they're up now, I don't know if I can play them today. I don't think I can.
What?
Spark Street and you, I can't play both of them. Because you're up.
Yeah, well,
You're technically up, though.
Yeah,
What?
We're gonna play.
Okay.
Play 'em.
Yeah. Alright.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association.
Of course you're
It's an
playing.
association
You always
of
got the
combat
money.
veterans
Yeah,
from all
Why would
branches
you
of the
stop
United
playing?
States Armed
Well,
Forces
because
who ride
it
motorcycles
takes
as a
3
hobby.
months has passed.
Yeah, but
I know they haven't paid yet.
I don't gotta go yet.
Defended our
Alright,
country
I
and
understand.
freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide
I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
clothing,
You'll
shelter,
find out if you're not.
and
But
guidance.
you're the right one I'm paying. I'm sure Jefferson not playing. Make sure you talk about this week.
Alright, just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Don't know.
You don't not play the commercials.
I know. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing here.
Serving in combat areas now.
That's
What
all.
happens if you're
Sponsor
paid
and or participate
tomorrow
in
and then
many
you didn't play any commercials today?
motorcycle-related charity
I know,
events
yeah.
each year.
Think about it.
Yeah.
And as a non-profit organization,
That makes sense.
we donate to various
No, that-
veteran
okay,
care
that makes
facilities
sense, I know.
and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran
Make
Motorcycle
sure you get a hold of
Association
you. Call them tomorrow.
I'll call him tomorrow morning. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
No, I'm
8
gonna
o'clock.
this week.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
2-2.org.
Spark Street Auto Body,
Alright.
located at 48
32.
Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car.
So when it comes to the MBTA Green Line, the extension, the thing we're going to mention today that it is 50% complete. We're going to talk a little bit about that and what that entails when it comes to
And 8 to 4 on Fridays.
project so
Call in
far.
Today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495. St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our main source of aid to families in these communities is the food pantry. Open twice weekly on Wednesday and Saturday, clients can visit the pantry once a month and shop for their groceries. The pantry is open to everyone during the pandemic. Anyone affected by the COVID-19 crisis is welcome to register as a client with no income thresholds. To register by phone, just call 508-947-1717 and leave a message by selecting option 1. Your call will be returned by a volunteer who will add you to our list of clients. For the homebound or others who are self-quarantined, we will shop for you, deliver the groceries directly to your door. During the pandemic, we've taken all necessary precautions for the safety of clients and volunteers and have managed to remain open throughout the crisis.
Hi, this is Ray Brown, inviting you to tune in to Talkin' Birds, a show about wild birds, birding, and conservation, right here on WVBF, broadcasting from the Taunton Federal Credit Union studios at 14 Church Green. Join us for informative interviews and
About
fun
the DOT
information about
cracking
birds
down
and birding.
on-
It's Talkin' Birds,
Any way you can find out
Saturday
the
mornings
date
at
that
8
was?
and Sunday mornings at 9 here on WVBF,
That's old,
AM
isn't it?
1530 and 99.7 FM.
Williams Trading Post in its 71st year of business is the place to go to get everything you need for your garden and the place to go for antiques.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
Williams
bought 'em.
Trading Post, you can get pumpkins, mums,
This was all the way back in 2009.
Oh, really?
947
Yeah.
1598. Again, the number is 508-947-1598.
Yeah.
10 years, 11 years ago,
William
right?
Street in Middleboro, Massachusetts.
And it's still doing it. Alright. Oh. Do 0, enter. Oh, come on, really? 3, 2, 0, enter. There we go. Man, that was tough. Alright. And we're back here on Middleboro Review. 7:21 a.m. here on WVBF 1530 a.m. 99.7 FM. So, before we get to the MBTA Green Line, we're going to get to that this segment. I want to talk about Halloween. Halloween is just 27 days away now. The Halloween celebrations are going to be a little bit different this year. They are already different in some towns and cities I've seen are kind of curtailing the door-to-door trick-or-treating for this year due to COVID-19 issues and just making sure that people are safe. In Middleboro, they're going to have their first pumpkin romp, a month-long event to spice up the spooky season. From October the 1st to the 31st, Middleboro residents and businesses can sign up and compete to create a pumpkin display. Visitors can then vote at the end of their so October 31st, to pick their favorite displays. With Halloween quickly approaching, and still a lot unknown as the coronavirus pandemic continues to evolve, Melissa Odie Morrison offered a different option to help and perhaps a new tradition for the Middleboro community. For families, there is a $10 entry fee to be put on the map and participate in the competition. Businesses are encouraged to participate by setting up family-friendly scenes in their stores or front windows. There is a $15 entry fee. The winning residents will receive baskets filled with gift certificates, products, and services from local businesses. And the businesses that donate towards the prizes will also get their link to their websites placed on the Heart in Art website on its donor page until next August 31st, 2021, which is pretty cool. Those only interested in voting pay a $3 entry fee to receive a map and 3 ballots to cast their votes for their favorite displays. So I think this is really a fun way to get the community involved during the whole month of October for Halloween, and this is a fun way to get everyone involved in kind of a different way to celebrate Halloween. What are your thoughts, Don, about this?
Yeah, with what's going on with COVID, you have to do things differently now, right?
Yes, 100%. It's important.
I think some people will be trick-or-treating, maybe, but I think it's going to be more like a community-oriented area than I got to go too far out.
Yeah, like I mentioned, some areas have already kind of curtailed it when it comes to trick-or-treating for Halloween.
You know what? There's going to be trick-or-treaters out there.
Yeah.
But if you don't want trick-or-treaters coming up to your house, you just got to have the lights off. That's always been the norm as far as trick-or-treating. We went trick-or-treating all the time when you were a kid.
Yeah.
We always went to House Neck, to Uncle Fred's, remember? Mm-hmm. And we'd do that neighborhood, and we'd do, about 30-some-odd houses or whatever. But there was always the 1 or 2 houses that always had the lights off.
Yes.
So
or they had the candy out on the front porch.
yeah, but that's not going to happen unless it's unless it's a packaged candy or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because people be touching. You don't want people touching, so you'll never see that again, ever. As far as this year, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's just going to be more of that. I mean, people got to have their festive celebrations or whatever, the parties and whatnot. But if there are going to be some trick or treaters out there, you do realize that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
But I mean, it's like anything. It's like you just shut the light off. You don't want trick or treaters on, you just shut the light off. Period.
Yep.
End of story. It doesn't have to be this big complicated thing. You know what I mean? You know, if you want to, there's got people out there who want to give candy to the kids. You know, if they're older folks, older people, they'll have a mask and they'll walk up and they'll hand the candy.
And there'll be some houses that don't get trick-or-treaters.
Right.
Usually.
They have the lights off.
That still have their lights on, but they don't get trick-or-treaters for maybe a different reason. Maybe their driveway is too long, and other reasons too.
Well, we never get trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. We have a long driveway.
I think we had one since 2004, since we've been there. You don't trick-or-treat on Route 105, period.
Yeah.
And the one year you trick-or-treated in Middleboro, because you always went to Quincy for that.
Yep.
We went to that neighborhood off of Plimpton Street. And we went to a couple neighborhoods. No one's going to be walking on 105 trick-or-treating.
No.
But Halloween, if you're driving down 105, or you're driving down, there might be somebody who might be out there who don't think. So working for the oil company, I always make sure I'm off the road before it gets dark.
Yes.
You don't have to bring stops back. I don't care. I'm off the road. I'm not delivering oil in a neighborhood with kids running around. It's not happening. So there's a lot of things people can do as far as safety. It's just good just to get off the road. I mean, it's not going to be as bad this year because of COVID, but in years past, yes. I don't know. Just get off the side roads. It's just because they were all over the place. And you think Halloween's going away? You think trick or treating's going away?
No.
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 Not at all.
There will still be people out there trick-or-treating.
Sure, but that's a good article to read.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an important thing that's going to be happening this month. It's a really fun event for businesses and town residents as well. It's open until October 31st. You can vote at the end. And there'll be fun prizes too at the end too.
I don't think the town hall is going to have their haunted house this year, right? Probably not, right?
I heard something that there's some sort of event going on coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll try to get some more information on that. I heard about it yesterday. I didn't get the entire details, but I'll make sure I have the details for next week's show.
Because I've had it, and it's a great success. And you have the town hall. Look at it; it's just a perfect backdrop for that.
Now
it's old.
Here's a question for you, because I know you're down in Abington area. Is Barrett's open? The haunted house?
No. You know what? I don't think so. Usually a big sign. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Because I didn't know either if it was going to be open or not this year.
I would see a sign. You know what? It's funny you say that because I didn't even notice.
I know it's a small area, so maybe it might be closed this year due to COVID.
So, because they can't. I mean, they got to send people down, through these little mazes, little walkways and stuff. I can't see it being open this year.
Me neither. But
I can't see any haunted houses being open with COVID.
I didn't know. I didn't know. That's why I asked you, because you're down there a lot.
You know what? I don't think so, because there's usually a sign bigger than life saying we're open, and nothing really caught my eye.
Okay.
The restaurant's open.
Well, yes, the restaurant is open, yes. But I'll look that up during the next commercial break. And
I'd say no.
We'll make sure. We say
because,
yes or no.
I don't think the town wants to gather all these people together.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate. It's not the time.
Yeah, no.
As far as COVID, and then now we're getting into the fall and people are going to be coming down and getting a little bit sick now
Yeah.
from just the weather change. I think.
Yes, just the weather change is definitely
You know,
difficult.
Sniffles and the normal sniffles from yesteryear can be misconstrued about COVID. You don't know.
Yes, yeah.
So, you know. But that was always great that Middleborough did that. And again, that they're always a cutting edge town as far as you know, I mean, the committee, the tourist committee is awesome. They're
Yes.
They always think outside the box.
Tourism committee is doing a lot of good things, and
They always have. They've always been a little tensious. I remember that couple.
Yeah,
you know,
yes,
but
they
I
were.
guess
They were.
I guess that's good though.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they give you a good product. They give you a good service.
A lot of great things going on. A lot
Whatever
of good
goes on
events.
behind it, you know, there's an old saying that my friend Dave said. You sit at a restaurant and it's great, but you don't know about the yelling and screaming going on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
To make it great.
Yeah.
Motivating people, make sure it's right, and then you got a chef in there. Maybe everything has to be perfect. So I mean, if you know most chefs, I'm not speaking for all of them, but the ones that I know are a little bit hot-headed.
Yeah.
You know?
There's many on TV that are hot-headed
Well,
too.
yeah. You're not mentioning
Gordon
that here.
Ramsay, for
Yeah.
one example.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think
But that makes him a good. That makes him a good chef.
well, that makes good entertainment, I think.
and good entertainment. He's a good chef. He's really world renowned.
Right, but I mean, my friend Dave is a chef, and I work with him sometime, and I can just tell his edginess as far as just wanting things perfect.
Yeah.
And then that's a good chef. And then obviously when the product comes out, it's delicious. You know?
Yeah.
So that's pride. So I mean, you get a little contentious in the kitchen. Things get a little contentious on how to run things as far as a committee, and people are passionate. And I like the squabbling sometimes.
Absolutely. So, speaking of the tourism committee, by the way, circling back to the tourism committee for a second, we, like I said at the beginning of the show, we have a little bit to talk about the Middleborough Tourism Committee. They helped out the food pantry a little bit.
They did
with providing food. We're gonna talk a little bit about that during our next segment here on Middleborough in Review. So Middleborough Tourism Committee, they're doing a lot of great things. They have a lot of great events. Oktoberfest in October. They have the Herring Run Festival in April. The Festival of Lights in December. A lot of great things.
You know what's great about the Festival of Lights? Drive-through. They're probably gonna not have people milling around.
Yeah, I have a feeling they'll still have it.
I think they could have it.
Yeah.
But it's just you gotta stay you stay in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Maybe let you do a couple passes or whatnot, or they could be parking spots. But as far as milling around, they had the Christmas Village and everything last year. You know, they had the little areas people, but you know they could probably have it. That's if people could make it work financially, I guess.
Yeah, I think you. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not involved in this, but
numbers, right?
I feel like you probably could make it work, make it profitable.
Well,
yeah.
You know what's funny about that? It's a risk because you can go ahead and do it and have no one show up, and then you can flop, or you can go ahead and do it, and being cutting edge town like Middleborough, you may take the risk. They did it in the first place. I don't see any other towns really that I know of in the area that do the activities Middleborough does.
No, that's.
I really.
I don't think there is any. Really.
I really don't.
I don't see any.
I mean, I didn't research every town, but I mean, because I don't live in the town, but I'm in enough towns to kind of know. Ear to the drum here.
The only other area that I know of that does something comparable to this, bigger, I think, in some aspects, is La Salette.
Well, La Salette is...
La Salette's huge. La Salette is in Fall River, right?
No, it's in Attleboro.
I'm sorry, Attleboro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so
It's in Attleboro.
But I mean, that's...
It's been a long time since
it's a religious commune. You know, it's always done that way. So, I mean, it's world renowned.
Yeah.
Is La Salette.
La Salette is really, really huge.
Oh, it's unbelievable. We've gone there a couple times, remember?
Yes, a lot of great sites there.
I got a job for you, Joe. Count all the lights. Get back to me.
I'd be there for a while. Really.
Yeah.
Same thing with Middleborough. I would be there for a little bit. There's a lot of lights. There's a lot of lights.
A lot of flags, a lot of lights. Patriotic town, Middleborough. Really is. It's nice to see that. It's just like you drive around. I do a lot of driving around, and you get into Middleborough, and it's just like its own little state.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's so different than even a lot of the towns around it.
The KOA, they do a lot of great things for Middleborough too.
Sure,
And
yeah, exactly.
That is 100% to be mentioned because the KOA does so many good things for Middleborough. As many as other towns and areas that the KOA is in, they do a lot for the places that they're in.
Right.
So.
Right, and where the KOA is too, on off of Summer Street and Route 44. That's a nice.
It's a perfect area.
It's woodsy there.
Yeah.
It's a really nice spot.
It's the perfect spot, I think, in my opinion.
And I think it's great that the tourism committee is working with the food pantry, and it's great because more talk about the food pantry, more is good for the food pantry.
Absolutely.
We've been talking about it, and we've had Ray on in July, and
we have commercials that we play as
and
well.
hopefully when this COVID thing's over, we allowed and Mark lets people back in the studio. Who knows when that's gonna be, but we can have them in.
I'd love to have Ray on again. Yes, 100%. To talk more about the food pantry and other aspects as well.
Something about being live or being on the phone are two different concepts. I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been making the best of it with what's going on. At least we got the radio show still going and all the other shows on for WVBF, a lot over the phone and stuff like that. So that's good. Let's hope it'd be good. It's like getting something put back in your hand after COVID. And I think people are gonna appreciate just the little things that were taken away because of COVID.
Yeah.
Just going, sitting, having a drink at the bar, or having a guest in, across the room from you, and having just everything. Just going to a water park, going bowling. It's just stuff that we took so much advantage of, and then COVID came in and took it all away. So I think people appreciate it more. I think people will be more of a flavor for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, speaking about bowling, interesting thing about
I
bowling.
don't even know if the bowling alleys are open. I'm just thinking.
The interesting thing about bowling, and they really should have it down here. I know it's really kind of in Florida and in other places, but video game bowling too. The electronic bowling is a cool thing to do too. I've tried it a few times. It's a cool thing to do.
Remember my father like that. Remember we did that a few years ago at his club there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, and it's a fun.
He beat us every time too, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was good. He was good at it, and I think it would work down here and in other areas too. I know it's just in Florida, but
I know.
But
no one goes out anymore. Everyone's
yeah.
just stuck at home, and it's going to be tough to get people to go back out now. Even if COVID is done and there's a vaccine and everything's back to normal, it's going to be tough to get people back out of their houses because people
are going to be more cautious.
That and they're just comfortable as homebodies now.
Yeah.
And if you do that for 6-8 months, sometimes you can't break the mold again. You can't just get out, and so a lot of people psychologically, will be staying home more now.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. But didn't seem like it yesterday on the roads.
No, it was busy. It's been busy the past couple of days.
People are out.
There was an accident last week that made the news. I think it was a truck that smashed into a pole. I believe it was. I'm trying to remember what route it was.
Was it in Middleboro?
I think it was in Middleboro. I don't remember what route it was. One something. I'm trying to remember.
You good with
One
that?
something, I know.
You're good, huh?
I know, it's...
You get lost in a paper bag.
There's so many roots. I don't know. There's so many roots. Yeah, when it comes to directions, I'm not good. Don't ask me for directions. I'm not great. I can't really even read a map. That was interesting. I can't even read a map.
When we were talking about 44,
yeah.
I thought they were done. Maybe they're done now. I don't know, but everyone driving down 44, they got the reflectors now.
Yeah.
On the center line, and it looks like they worked and put more of those in. So looks like 44 is done now. The stretch between the Rotary and 58.
All right.
So
awesome. That is a good.
That
is good.
Have a party for that because 44 is open.
Yeah, that is good. 44 is, as far as I know, from the lights at where the church is to the Rotary is done. I don't know about the other side.
No, that's done.
It's done too?
Yeah, that one lane. Oh, it's all one lane from the Rotary all the way up to 58 where it turned to the expansion, the newer highway. That came in 2004, 2005 when they built that. Because years ago, if you headed towards Carver, you headed east, there'd be a ramp that ended, and then you take a right and go by CVS and McDonald's there.
Yep.
And then you take Old 44. Now it's Old 40. I think it's Somerset Street now, I believe. You take a left, and that was for 44. They'll take you into Plymouth.
So now that 44 is done, I should not see detour signs or
they may not
44 under construction signs because that may confuse somebody.
Well, you know what? I'm
just putting it out there.
You know, not calling Mass DOT and find out for myself. I think they're done. I think they might be done. It looks like it's all done. I'm counting all the reflectors on the roads. Looks like they got all of them are installed.
Yep.
So that's good. It's good. It's nice. A lot of paving. Roads look good. Infrastructure's getting there. So we're getting there.
All right. 7:42.
You gonna say anything about the MBTA?
I'm gonna, but now we gotta do it next segment now. Because we got a little backtrack, talking about maps and talking about the tourism committee, talking about other things.
Tourism committee, Middleboro
as well.
Tourism committee is awesome.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about that next
They're
segment
awesome.
as well.
I'd love to have them there if they could wake up that early. You know?
Yeah, I'd love to have Leilani and.
Would have more guests, but it's a deal killer. 7 a.m. on a Sunday, what's not to like, right?
Yeah. It would mostly be on like phones and people would call in.
Yeah, right now with COVID, but I mean,
even without COVID, people would probably prefer to call in.
But it sounds so much better.
So much earlier in the morning.
It sounds so much better in the studio.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, we've had several guests come into the studio. We've had Eileen Springer. We've had the Miller Street Barn Band as well.
Yeah, they performed.
They performed. They both performed.
They were awesome.
Yeah. So, and we've had other great callers. We've had the Middleboro cycling.
Mess Movers.
The Mess Movers.
Yeah, Melissa, I think.
Melissa.
Yeah.
We've had Hooray on.
From the food pantry.
We've had several other guests as well. Several callers who called in.
Sometimes Chris Keach calls in too.
Chris Keach calls in every once in a while.
That's great.
Our friend Scott calls in every once in a while. So
that's a good variety.
A lot of great guests and a lot of great callers.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun here on Middleboro in Review, talking about how I can't read maps. All right. So 7:45 in the morning. Lost my train of thought for a second. 7:45 a.m. in the morning. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we will talk about the MBTA and we'll talk about Middleboro Tourism Committee. So we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review, 1530 AM, 99.7 FM, WVBF.
What commercials have you played?
Alright, so I need to play Emerald Isle now. I've played yes, I played Spike Street, I've played Williams, I played Combat Vets.
Does Paul have a Paul Everett have a?
Does he have a promo? I don't think he
should
I don't
ask
know.
him.
I gotta ask him. Yeah. We'll mention.
I would. I'd do a live read for him.
We're gonna do a live read for him.
Because he always live read for you.
He's a
all
great
the
guy.
time.
He's a great guy. So we're gonna do a live read.
He's always posting. Every time I comment on his show, I share his stuff. He always reciprocates with reason to get up at 7. And he shares that.
Yeah.
And you should share this show as much as possible on Facebook. I do it every week. When I see it pop up or Jim pops up, I do it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Or twice anyway. And you know what? Jimmy always thanks you. He always takes the time to thank. And I don't know how many people do it. You could be there for an hour thanking everybody, but he thanks everybody.
Beginning at 7 a.m. weekday mornings, I present a fast-paced 2 hours of the latest local headlines.
This is a new film of Bristol, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
His show.
Several featured segments, including little-known facts with Chaz Allen.
He likes the Chaz Allen
Yeah. He's pretty good. Chaz Allen's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. I gotta figure out who he is.
That saved me a couple times when he had some difficulties.
Yeah, because when I look up Chaz Allen, I get the senator. I gotta type in little known facts with it to get the right Chaz Allen. Because I get a senator or a representative Chaz Allen.
And 99.7 FM. We are your hometown radio station.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester.
That sounds like the beginning of that song sounds like a Carpenter song. It does. I'll play it for you.
Okay.
From Sacred Heart Church in downtown Middleboro.
Proper creation, looking down.
At this
That
time,
song
we
there.
serve approximately 500 families in our service area.
Is this the second
Many of
commercial?
them come to us
Yes.
with various types of aid. This can take many forms and include many of the following programs: utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals, clothing and furniture vouchers, and temporary lodging. For more information, go to svdbmiddleboro.org. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
All right. This will be a fast-paced 12 minutes here.
Do you have Brad Lifeguard ready to go, or you probably mentioned that?
It's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be ready to go here.
Let's do the program. I love when you do that. Let's do it quicker though, I think.
Yeah. And welcome back to Middleboro in Review for the 4th of October. So, coming up next here on WVBF 1530, we have Bread of Life. Today's program is Blood Crying in the Streets. That is the program for today, October the 4th, 2020. Pastor Van Cross program, Bread of Life. And tune in at 8. It's going to be a great program. And also, coming up, next Saturday and every Saturday at 10 a.m., we have Paul Lazarovich and Cranberry Country Journal. Great program, a lot of informative guests and phone calls as well.
He gets a lot of guests.
Yes, he does. He does.
You gotta take a lesson from him about guest getting.
We're working on the guests.
All right, but he gets them. He just gets his times. 10 a.m. on a Saturday compared to 7 a.m. on a Sunday. That's that's apples and oranges.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We've had some good guests here over the past. What was it? What is it now? 18 months.
Right.
That this show has been.
And the COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench into guests in the studio and stuff like that too. But that's all right. We're getting through it, right?
Speaking of 18 months, this is the 18th month of Middleboro in Review. We started on April 7th, 2019.
Right.
And this is now October.
How long has
2020
country? How has the call shows been going on?
I think he said
a year now,
it's
or?
been for WVBF since he's been back in WVBF. I think it's been about a year or so.
Wasn't it January? No, because was he?
Oh, maybe it was
he in
January.
the old studios at all? No, I don't remember seeing.
No, it wasn't.
I think so. It was like.
Though it might have been February, January, February
Yeah, January,
that he was
February.
back.
Maybe, yeah.
So it's been about 8 months.
I think it was right before the pandemic, right before too. I think. Yeah, so it could have been February. So I mean, he's going on 9 months now. So
Yeah.
that's good.
All right. MBTA Green Line. Our favorite topic, the MBTA.
Yeah, right.
So the MBTA Green Line extension is 50% complete.
That is 50, huh?
Just 50.
I was thought 95, put 5 or something like that. That's a better number, right?
Just 50. It's half
50,
done.
Half done. Huh?
The MBTA $2.3 billion Green Line extension is now more than 50% complete, or 50% complete, depending on who you believe, and on track to open in December 2021. Part of MBTA's 5-year, $8 billion Building a Better T capital investment plan will extend service about 4.7 miles north from a relocated Leechmere Station to Union Square in Somerville and College Avenue in Medford, and provide 7 stations. The service will allow a 1-seat ride to downtown Boston, eliminating the need for bus and rail transfers at Leechmere Station and the Orange and Red Lines. The project broke ground in 2018, and it's this article goes on here. If you want to read a little bit more about it, go to railwayage.com and type in MBTA Green Line Extension, and you'll find the article.
Is there a list of the 7 new stations, Joey? In that article?
Yes, there is.
You want to read them off?
There's a couple I can read off
Well,
here.
just people who don't know that area.
East Somerville Station is one of them.
Is that like
Gilman Square, which is Somerville.
Is that in order? Meaning from Leechmere.
Yes.
So you got to see Leechmere there? No.
It's not an interactive map, so I can't see them all here.
Okay.
But there's like 2 or 3 that I can read off. Like I said, East Somerville,
All right.
Gilman Square, which I believe is also in Somerville. So there's a couple of different...
Could be in Cambridge.
Or Cambridge, yes. Looks like it goes through...
I think it goes through just a small portion of Cambridge, because Leechmere is in Cambridge, technically. Yeah. And what it does is it runs parallel with the commuter rail line, and I think it might be the one that goes to Billerica, I believe. And it runs, because there's a right-of-way next to that. I think it pretty much runs next to that, almost. So, any other stations?
It pretty much goes from Tufts
Yeah.
to pretty much near the MIT area.
No, not in the
Well,
no way.
MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is kind of in that area.
No, that's the red line. No way, man.
Well, yes, it does say the red line here.
Yeah,
but it's I'm just saying it's kind of in the area.
Yeah, well,
it's not the area, but it's kind of in it.
That's Tufts.
Tufts is definitely near Tufts.
Ground Zero Tufts, right through.
Tufts.
Right through the college.
And it goes through, it goes through some other areas as well. It stops just before the river area here. Yeah, this is some interesting things here. Charlestown Navy Yard is in the area. Bunker Hill Monument's in the area.
In the area, but not direct.
No, it's not directly. No. I didn't say that. It's not directly in there. Harvard is not directly in there, but it's near.
That's red line.
Yeah, but you can with the red line you can access all these.
That's mostly up through Union Square, up to
north,
pretty much
North
that
Cambridge
way.
area too.
I think it's the Billerica Lowell commuter line is pretty much it runs parallel with that.
Yeah.
And anyone's familiar with that, that's pretty much the line it's going to go.
All right. Real quick, Tourism Committee. Real quick, we have 5 minutes left in the show. Tourism Committee. They have helped out the Sacred Heart Food Pantry by growing locally grown pears, which is a really good thing. Really, anytime a town can help out a food pantry, growing food, it's a really great thing.
In Middleboro. On Middleboro.
In
soil.
Middleboro, yeah.
On it sounds like, I'm sure the pears are grown in Middleboro. I would assume, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
On Middleboro soil.
The Middleboro Tourism Committee has shared their harvest of Middleboro pears with Sacred Heart Food Pantry, delivering 5 banana crates of freshly picked pears. The chairman of the Tourism Committee and Selectman Nathan Demers, Tourism Committee members Ann Kavanaugh, and Tourism Committee member and Board of Selectmen Chairman Leilani Delpy, delivered the pears on the morning of Wednesday, September the 9th. And this article does go on, and it's a really great thing. Again, when a town helps out their local food pantry.
Who you said the chairman is still?
The chairman of the Tourism Committee now is Nathan Demers.
Okay.
Yeah, Nathan.
The Board of Selectmen number still in there too?
Yes, the chairman of the Tourism Committee and Selectman Nathan Demers. He is a selectman as well.
Leilani in there too still?
Leilani is still there.
She was there since day one.
Yeah, she's been really.
She's been the driving force.
She's been really a driving force.
She's the driving force for that. Incredible. I mean, I remember when they started that, we were spending time at MatCam filming, and they were great. She's pretty much the driving force for that, and all the success. I'm not saying I'm sure she had help, but I mean, she was a big push, big inspiration. What I saw anyway, as far as getting that, get that growing and going. But that's awesome that they were able to do that.
Absolutely, it's really important.
It's neighbor helping neighbor, and that's important these days because people need help. There's people in a tough situation with this COVID, so people tend to forget it's not over for a lot of people. A lot of people. I have a friend of mine who was a chef. It's not a chef anymore. It's there's some businesses that just got devastated. Other businesses not as much, and some businesses did really good during this COVID thing. But there's some people still a little, they're having problems still, and we got to think about them.
All right, today in history for the 4th of October. We have one today in history today. 1960, an airliner crashes on takeoff from Boston Logan International Airport, killing 62 people. And that was Eastern Airlines Flight 375, and it went down due to a bird strike 60 years ago today, October 4th, 1960. Birthdays today. Rutherford B. Hayes, American general, lawyer, and politician. He was the 19th President of the United States of America. And Gil Moore, Canadian singer, songwriter, drummer, and producer, has a birthday today. He was born on this day in 1953. Deaths on this day, 1970. An amazing, iconic voice we lost on this day in 1970. Janis Joplin, American singer and songwriter. 50 years ago today.
Wow. That long ago, huh?
Wow. Yeah. Well, very iconic voice.
Yes.
And we lost her 50 years ago. So, that'll do it for today's program. October 4th, 2020. October 11th, 2020, as we move along here, and as next Sunday, as we move along here in October, getting closer and closer to winter. The dreaded winter. I hope winter isn't as cold.
It's gonna be.
but
It's gotta be crazy.
it's gonna be cold.
It's gotta be snowy and it's gotta be crazy.
Yeah,
It's gotta be nuts.
I've heard some
we
things.
Haven't had nothing in the last 2 or 3 years, which someone would do. Bring out the snow shovel.
I've heard some things.
The horror.
I've heard some things.
Yeah.
When it comes to people predicting what's going to happen for winter. So, that'll do it for today's program. Join us next week on WVBF 1530 and 99.7 for the October 11th edition of Middleboro in Review. Stay tuned after the news for Bread of Life. Again, the program for today is Blood Crying in the Streets. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week.
Bye, everybody.